Okay, go.
Okay. Well, she talked about a lot of different things, but some of the notes that I wrote down here, and I thought about kind of all of us at some point or another, but about how we always are afraid to ask somebody to invest in a program or invest in something, and I've talked to Jen about this too. But when you invest in a program, you actually invest in it yourself. So I think about all the times that I've borrowed programs from people or done things, and if I'm not if I never paid for it, I really don't care. I'm like, well, it's not really, who cares, right? If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. I don't have anything invested in it. So I thought that was good. Um, Also, she talked a lot about like not engaging yourself with people that don't support you. So I thought about that too, because I have some good friends that it's not really that they don't support me, but you can tell they don't really support me. They have never said anything, but they like my fit page. But do you think that once ever they've ever liked anything I posted or commented on anything or anything like that? And these are some friends that like are my really good friends. But then she said something that makes sense. She's like, just don't take it personally. You have to personally connect why you're doing this, and if you can connect with that, and you just have to create relationships. Like I think about like you guys, and I've only really known you guys for like maybe a couple months. But you have to just surround yourself with people that believe in you and that are kind of on that same journey. Not that they still can't be your friends, but just not to take it personally. Because for the last couple of months, I'm like, gosh, why aren't they liking anything? I have all these other friends that like what I'm doing, and I don't expect them to like every post, but I thought, every once in a while, if they could just like it, that would be nice. But she said, don't take that personally. She also said something else that I thought kind of hit home with me, is to just be your authentic self. I think for me, a lot of times I'll like look at what like Foodie Girl Fitness is doing and Foodie Fit Mama and all these other people, and I'm like, oh, I should do that, because that's like totally something I would do. But really, when you take something of theirs and you're like, oh, that's not really me. She talked a lot about being your authentic self. What else?
Another thing she talked about, I don't know if you said this because I was answering a text, I apologize. When she was talking about people that invest, when they invest in a program, it's like them saying to themselves, I believe in myself.
Yes.
So if they don't buy that program, they don't believe that they're ever going to finish that program. And that's why they don't believe in it. Or that's why they don't purchase it, because they don't believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what else I wrote down here. It's the other thing I was thinking about like the challenge packs. I wrote this down. I don't remember what she said, Kelly, so you can jump in anytime, but $140, that's how much a challenge pack is. So when you ask people for money, and I think Kelly said this too, where you say, if somebody's like, well, how much is it? Not saying, oh, well, it's $140, but you get this, 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 and this, by just saying it's $140. That's how much it is, and believe in it. And I'm a salesperson, so I manage a sales team, and that's like my full-time job. But I found myself kind of justifying it to people, and I'm like, why do you do that? I would never do that in my profession. I would never justify to somebody, how much they paid for what we sell. I would just be like, yeah, here it is. It's, I sell things that are like thousands of dollars. And I'm like, yeah, here it is. It's $5,000, and it's no big deal. So when you're telling somebody like, hey, it's $140, you just are confident with saying, yeah, it's $140, and just being confident when you say that. What else?
And that's big. So when you say, like Sharon said, like when you say, I don't know, when somebody says really $140, just say back, yeah, it is. Like going through the ritual and all this stuff about, well, you could do this without this, or you could just buy the package without the Shakeology, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like you're the one that's devaluing your product.
Right.
So that's the price. People never expect to go to the dentist or wherever without paying for the product.
Right. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Jen.
I made it.
I'm trying to think of what else I wrote down here that would make sense. Have you guys all read this book?
I muted him.
Oh, yes? Sarah's giving me the thumbs up.
If you haven't read it, can you hold it up again? I can't read. Tell us what, we have some people on the phone. Will you tell us what it is?
Yeah, it's You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. So I've read half this book, but over the course of a really long time, probably, I think I got this book in October. I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm going to start working this business. And I actually sent a message to Foodie Girl Fitness because I'm I love her and she's been always super active. And when I first signed up to be a discount coach under Jen had her page, but she liked Ashley's page. So I'm well, I'm going to like Ashley's page. And I don't know why, but I just always felt like I connected with her and she just always had such interesting posts that kept me interested. So when I decided that hey, you know what, I'm going to work this business, I actually, I reached out to her and I'm hey, can you tell me what your favorite personal development book is? Because personal development's nothing that I've ever done other than at work. We do a lot of personal development at work, but it's more like John Maxwell, leaderships type things that they're good books, but I don't really connect with them a whole lot. But this book I thought was awesome. And since October, I've probably read half the book. And I'll skim different chapters in the book, but I decided yesterday, I think I put it on the Team Believe Fit page, but I said I'm going to start reading this book and I'm going to try to do either 10 minutes or a chapter every day. But in the back of the book, it tells you, there's a section that says, get real with your goals and, where do you see your life and what do you really want out of this? And I thought a lot about that the last couple of days and I'm you know what, I'm going to read this book start to finish, and my goal is to have it done by the end of the month. Well, that's my goal. I'm going to really try hard to shoot for that. But I think it'd be a cool book if we all even read it together and maybe talked about it on our team calls, because I've done a lot of personal development, like I said, books at work. And I think when you can read a chapter and talk about it with other people and really put it into real life, I think you can get more out of it. So if anybody's interested, it was just an idea that I had.
Perfect.
Anybody else?
Well, they're muted. They're all going to read it with you. Right, guys?
Hey, guys.
Did anybody listen to Fit and Funky's call last night? It was all about, she analyzed people's Facebook pages live on the call, but the thing she commented on is when you get to Emerald, that's when when you get to Diamond, that's when she thinks you should switch to a like page, because then you will have gone through your warm marketing, which is all your friends and family. And when you do that, stop posting in your personal page and only post on your fitness or your like page, and then go back and tag yourself in it. Because then it'll force all of your friends to go see what you're doing on your fitness page to interact with you. If you actually commit and don't comment on your personal page. The other thing that she talked about was don't make it all fitness, and ask a question, open-ended question at the end to get people to respond with you. The interesting thing is she did Lori Stewart first, and Lori Stewart does a lot of those memes and videos and stuff, and she actually told her to stop doing that because those are the ones that she's not getting a lot of engagement or likes or shares on. So she's going to analyze people's pages for the next month or whatever until we get through with it, until she gets through the whole list. So if you want to be on that list where she analyzes, and she'll do an Instagram account, personal page, like page, whatever, but she's mean. I shouldn't say she's mean. She's truthful and honest, and she's not gonna give you any kindness. She's just gonna tell you straight up. But just put your name on that list if you want her to analyze your stuff.
Can you go back and listen to that call? I should go
Okay.
listen to it.
You can. It was good.
Yeah.
A lot of it was, make it content that tells a story. She talked a lot about the cover photo. Make sure it's a collage that tells about you. Make sure you use Canva or PicMonkey because they actually have a spot, like a layout for Facebook banners. And so they'll fit it, and when you build it, it has that, how it has that profile picture in there, so you can see it before you put it on to make sure you're not blocking anything important.
Shirley, can you tell me again who you were just talking about?
Danielle, Fit and Funky.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just hopped on and I didn't hear.
No, it's the call from last night. She analyzed people's Facebook pages live on the call.
Oh, okay.
So she did 3 people's, and so that is where that was from. The other thing, the profile picture should just be you, not you and your kids or you and your dog or whatever. But the interesting thing is, so when you share a video from a page, like a video that's gone viral, you're going to get more hits off of that because it'll show up shared and people apparently click on that, so then they'll come to your page to see it. However, whatever algorithms they do, your organic video that you show, that you just make yourself and post, will show up more in a news feed than that video. So always share like 1 video a day was her tip. But so she relates it to, she said people don't buy Beachbody products from her because they love Beachbody. They buy Beachbody because they love her. So even if she sold poop in a bag, people would buy it from her because they love her. And so, which is probably true, but she's built that. I don't know. It was interesting. So her point was, get people to fall in love with you, be the true you, be yourself, and share your life with people so that they can see it. Yes, Sarah, do you want to say something? I'll unmute you. Maybe I will. Yes, Sarah, what were you saying?
I don't think it's very appropriate what I have to say, so maybe I should keep my mouth shut.
You don't have to keep your mouth shut.
What?
We're all friends here, Sarah. You can say whatever you want.
People love the idea of her and love the fact that they think that she's like a superstar, and it drives me insane, and that's why I can't bring myself to any time listen to her calls, because she drives me bonkers.
I kind of agree with that.
So there you have it.
I kind of agree with that.
She's better now than when I first started and went to First Summit. I think she's trying to